This game is rated M for mature.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WttFA with Chaos Counseling.
What the fuck is this game?
This game is Mass Effect Andromeda.
What
It is the fourth game in the Mass Effect series, and it's probably the most hated in the series. Full disclosure, this is my favorite game in the series, and it's probably my second favorite game of all time. And that's partially because I didn't play the Mass Effect series until after all three of the original trilogy were out, and after there had been major updates to the franchise. So, honestly, I like Mass Effect 3 better than Mass Effect 2, and I'm going to go hide before people come to murder me for saying that.
I was about to say some hot takes over here on that side of the couch. I'm not on that couch, but on that side of the couch.
So, just to speed things along, I've imported my level 137 character, just so we can speed through and not drag things down.
I forgot that's a thing. I've been interested in playing the Mass Effect series.
Yeah.
But I just haven't gotten around to it. It's on my list.
Yeah.
It's on my list because I know a lot of people love Mass Effect, and it feels like a game I could also get into.
I mean, honestly, I say Mass Effect Andromeda is my favorite, but I love the whole franchise. Like, I put all four games in the series at my number 2 favorite game of all time slot.
Yeah, it's weird how, like, or at least maybe this is just my interpretation of it, whenever someone says, like, this is my favorite game, I like this game over this game, for some reason there's a weird connotation that comes with those words that makes people, or at least me, think like, oh, they must not like the other games at all. So I always feel like I have to clarify, like, I love every one of these games, just so you know, I don't hate them. But anyway, I think that's just me.
Yeah, and what's funny, like, funny story about this is that, so this Mass Effect was made by BioWare, which also made Dragon Age. We got into Dragon Age first, and when someone told me you should try Mass Effect, I'm like, I don't think I'll be interested in Yeah, no, I love Mass Effect more. I think we've talked enough. Let us start. Okay, again, just because I'm trying to show the first, we're going to be playing on easy with my brokenly high-level character. So, as Flays, she was worried that this would ruin the trilogy for her. This game technically takes place during the... How do I put this? The first couple minutes of this game take place during the first game, and then the rest of it takes place in a different galaxy, like...
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that now.
So, this game was designed to be like an entry point for new players.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I've played the original trilogy. I haven't played Andromeda.
Mostly because you don't have it. It's not a console you own.
Yep.
Yeah, that is always the hard thing. Like, I wanted to play Persona 5, but I didn't have a PlayStation 4.
I know.
I wish they'd put that on the Switch.
I
There
know.
was, that's funny. There was a lot of rumors, and people were like, it's coming out on the Switch. And I'm like, there were leakers that said that.
Electronic Arts presents. Now, what's kind of funny, the reason why this game is so hated is that apparently it was riddled with glitches at launch. I got the game at launch and beat it. I never experienced...
began with a dream.
Hello, Clancy Brown.
Each bold leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it. We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species. Some for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start. But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity. Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
I love the design of that ship, by the way.
The graphics are very nice.
Yeah.
When did this game come out?
2017, I think.
In the year 2185, humanity lives in a golden era of interstellar travel. Our discovery of ancient alien ruins on Mars propelled our understanding of science and technology ahead by thousands of years. While many now enjoy the newfound freedom and challenges of exploration in the Milky Way, others look to even more distant stars. I didn't read that last
For 100,000 adventurers embark on a trip to... a one-way trip to...
Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Cool. Hit the title card. That means that's the first act, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, go home.
Time to pack up or stuff.
Okay, so 634 years later.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Mass Effect 3 has 4 different endings. So as a way to be like, okay, how do we continue the series without pissing people off if we canonize one of the 4 endings? So their solution was, let's send the characters to a place that is so far, that's not in the Milky Way, that no matter what we do, potentially any one of the 4 endings could have happened. Granted, I know a lot of people didn't like that. I understand the hate for this game. I really do. I've seen some of the glitches, even if I haven't experienced them personally. And I let some people, they really wanted more from... I mean, it's from not necessarily Shepard, but Shepard's crew in particular. Because, and I'll admit, the new crew in this game doesn't necessarily stack up to Shepard's crew in the second and third game combined. But by the same token, I personally feel that the crew in Andromeda, as it's just one game, has a lot more personality, at least for a single game, you know? Again, because the original trilogy had 3 games, some characters coming back for all 3 games. They were developed super well. But, like, if you compared Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect Andromeda, this game has the better characters, in my opinion.
Yeah. And just the idea of, like, people getting upset by this game, ultimately, no one is going to be pleased with... You're not going to please everyone.
It's true.
The other
recon specialist,
thing that I kind of liked about this...
Pathfinder team.
Oh,
The one's finding us a home.
Can you make it somewhere tropical? Nice, warm ocean, summer year-round?
How about we get him a cup of coffee first?
So, the other nice thing I liked about this game is because by the time I played Mass Effect, all 3 were out. So people had guides saying, make this choice because it comes back in the third game, and if you make a different choice, the third game is harder. I didn't feel like I had as many choices. Because this one, there's no sequels. I can make whatever choice I want without feeling like I screwed something up down the road.
Look here.
After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of ARCs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Makes it sound so easy, doesn't it?
And here's something else I actually... So in Mass Effect, the original trilogy was defined by the Paragon and Renegade system. This game completely does away with that. Instead, it does something similar to Dragon Age, where each answer has a different emotion or connotation to build your personality off of it. Which I like, but by the same token, I also understand that people don't, you know...
I hope not. I signed up for a little adventure before we settle down.
Again,
Well,
not going to please everyone.
It's true.
Especially since I know a lot of people complained that the Paragon and Renegade meters that show up in the all 3 games actually don't mean anything. Even, it's like you could accumulate and like have your Paragon meter full, but if you've chosen enough neutral options, certain Paragon options are locked out. And I know a lot of people hated that.
Hi, bud!
Sam, are you monitoring? Sam, are you online?
Yes, Dr. Taparo. Good morning, Ryder. Are you feeling well?
I just need a second to get my bearings. What's this about my implant?
A routine check. After being in stasis, we want to make sure the connection's still live.
As the team's mission computer, your well-being is my primary concern.
Oh, well, thank
Assuming
you.
the implants work as advertised. Sam sees what you see, in theory. We won't know for sure until we get you in the field. How are you feeling otherwise?
I'm ready
Well, that
to
was a
get to
jarring
it.
transition.
I detect an increased level of adrenaline in your system. The neural implant is functioning properly.
Caffeine always did make me jumpy.
You're all done. Let's get you on your way. Though you may want to hang around while we revive your sister. It always helps to see a familiar face.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, hello.
Who? Never mind. I was about to be like, who was piloting this ship?
So, something
Hang on.
something I actually really like about this game is in the original trilogy, you could choose to be a male or female, and then that was it. The other version of the character didn't exist. Whereas in this one, you choose between a pair of siblings. Whichever one you play, the other sibling still exists, they're just not the player character.
Interesting.
Everyone okay? I think so.
What happened?
We're not sure. Sensors are scrambled. But it's good to see you're up. Feels like centuries since we spoke.
This is the path. Continue preparations. Cora, riders, report to the bridge.
You heard him. Let's get...
We have a problem over here. It's Sarah Ryder.
Load, damn you.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know why that I decided that those were feet sounds, but that's what they are. So what?
Ryder.
Never mind, there's cutscene.
Sister okay?
Sarah's fine. Her vitals are strong. But the revival procedure was interrupted.
I don't like the sound of that.
Don't worry. It just means the process could take a bit longer than usual. Sam?
My connection to Sarah's implant was suspended. However, her pulse, respiration, and brain activity are all normal.
To be on the safe side, we'll need to keep her in a low-level coma for a while. Then let her body regain consciousness naturally. She'll be fine.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks, Lexi. Keep us updated. Ryder, I'll
You were
wait
saying,
for you at the
Kendall?
door, whenever you're
What are
ready to
those
go.
pods?
Oh, these are stasis pods. They were what everyone was sleeping in for the last 600 plus years.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that was explained at some point and it kind of went over my head, but it's fine.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of... I mean, it wasn't expressly stated. It's more, well, how else would we get 600 years, across space?
Yep.
You ready?
What's wrong?
Ah! Bombs! Or something just blew up. That's unfortunate.
Hey, up here.
Is there a circuit? Short circuit?
Balance the power loader and explode. But we don't know where the fault is.
Oh no.
Find it. He has a scanner. Quick, Ryder, use it to locate the vault.
On it.
And this is a new feature that was added to this game, Sunshine, that I really like.
Ooh. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you can find out, like...
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'd compare it to anyone who's played Metroid Prime. It's like the scanner from that game. I don't think you played Metroid Prime, I'm sorry.
I have, actually.
Oh, okay.
When I was a child, I never beat it
Same.
because it was
Yep.
very confusing.
I thought it was terrifying.
Ugh. Same. Even though we had the player's guide, never beat it.
Sorry, the screaming that the space pirates did freaked me the fuck out.
I didn't even get that far. I want to play it again, though. Get back to it. Anyway, cool. We did a thing. Good job. Quest complete. Where's our prize money?
I remember when, the Wii had, released the first, the remakes of the first two. I tried the second one, but just never got around to beating it.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead and
actually...
take us to the-
The first game was so much more fun with motion controls. I never liked the second one, and the third one, it tried too hard, in my opinion. They're making a fourth one, though.
Yep. Don't know. We know about as much about it as we know about Bayonetta 3.
Yep. Hello.
Helm control.
Where are the
report.
cookies? Oh.
We're drifting. Flight controls aren't responding.
First priority is stopping these outages.
Mainline power's been knocked out. We're on reserves, Captain. They won't last.
That's some foreshadowing out there.
What's our position?
Unknown. We lost telemetry.
Sam, we need eyes out there.
Attempting to
Oh,
adjust
Ryder
sensor
Senior.
array.
Alec, please. You may be Pathfinder, but this is my ship.
Captain, the protocol's clear. In the absence of communication with the Nexus or the other arcs, we proceed to our appointed Golden World. Solid ground.
If it's even out there. Nobody said anything about running into an energy cloud, and that's just a wild guess what we hit. Alec, I need to assess the damage. Stop the bleeding. We've got 20,000 people asleep on this ship. Let's give them a chance to wake up.
Can you blame her?
So one other thing that's kind of fun is that so you get to customize your player character as well as their sibling. And there's a feature, if you want to, that the game will randomize your dad's appearance to make it look like he could genetically look like your parent.
Interesting.
Because when the game launched, they had a default look for the character, and I'm like, he don't look like my kids, or he don't look like the characters, so they added that in. I actually really like it.
She is the captain. I think she gets the final word.
Well, he might.
This isn't about having the final word.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through.
My God. Is that our golden world?
That's Habitat 7. New Earth, if we're lucky. All of our long-range scans told us it was in the green zone. Perfect for human settlement.
It doesn't even look the same.
We don't know how bad it is yet. Still seems like it's our best shot.
Maybe. There's just a lot on the line.
Sam?
The energy from the phenomenon is damping our senses. Planetary conditions are unknown.
We're marooned. 20,000 souls adrift at sea. And when the power runs out, and stays out, we need to know if that's safe harbor.
And if it's not?
As Pathfinder, it'll be my job to find an alternative. It's what we trained for. But if this goes well, we are already home.
All right, just make it quick.
All right, we get down there. It's perfect. The game's over.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's actually why everyone hated it. The game was just too easy.
All this build-up, and it just stopped.
Isn't he?
He cares in his own way. Enough to give him a chance.
I suppose you're right. He is our Pathfinder. If this doesn't work out, we'll need him more than ever.
So can we
I need an
beam?
ETA on our sensor repairs.
No,
We're blind
this
out
is
here.
not Star Trek.
Beam me down, Scotty. Although that blue spark on that planet is not comforting.
No.
Nope.
At all.
No.
Nope. So much nope.
Can I get Dr. Nope in here to give his word?
Yeah, he's right here.
Are all the riders adrenaline junkies?
I guess it's in her blood. She beat me into the world by 1 minute. Couldn't wait to get started.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure Sarah will pull through.
When she does, she's gonna want stories.
So, let's get out there and find her some.
By the way, just random tidbit, I'm also wearing my armor from my previous save. Or at least my armor color from my previous save. Because there's going to be a cutscene later where my helmet is going to randomly change colors. Just know that default, the armor is supposed to be white right now.
Oh, okay.
We expecting trouble, Sam?
A precaution. Please arm yourself, Ryder.
Oh, arm ourselves with guns? Can we get a flamethrower?
Actually, yes.
Yeah!
Yes, we can get a flamethrower. Oh, I can't shoot up the hangar. I can't shoot up the locker room.
Boring.
0 out of 10. I'm kidding.
Now, I am skipping over a lot of the other stuff we can look at just to get to the point. So please don't make rude comments about how dumb Luke is for not looking at everything in an RPG.
That's what WttFA is. We get through the first act
going on,
in a relatively good amount of
needs you
time.
more than we do.
Pathfinder wants a medic on hand. And if that is home down there, I'm happy to knock on the door.
If it's what we hope it is, it'll be one for the history books. You got a quote ready? One small step?
I'm pretty sure your dad will handle that honor.
All right, team, button it up. We leave in 5.
Sir, we broke out the weapons as requested. Anything we should know about?
Seemed prudent given the situation. We'll be short-handed with Sarah out. I heard what happened. Your sister's strong. She'll make it.
We bet on whose boots would hit the ground first. This isn't how I wanted to win.
Well, knowing Sarah, she'll want to go double or nothing on who climbs the
I can't see you over the armor.
Yeah, okay, that is a glitch. My model's supposed to turn translucent for that shot.
I understand.
Your mom would have been proud. Both of you.
Oh.
Hinting at backstories.
Okay, team, listen up.
Yep.
I chose each of you for the Pathfinder team, not just because you're talented and passionate, but because you're dreamers, like me.
I dream to dream.
We dream of exploring the unknown, finding the edge of the map, and then discovering what lies beyond.
Beyond the burning skies.
When people look back on this, and they will, they'll remember we didn't give up. That we kept dreaming. That our
wanna
first
go back
few
to bed.
faltering steps in Andromeda were the beginning of everything they know. We only get one chance to be first. So, let's go make history.
For to make history! Such a good song!
You know, as soon as you did that, I'm like, I know this song, and fuck, I can't remember it!
That's such a good song.
The moment of truth, we were born to make history! Sorry, better late than never.
Charles 2, taking your lead.
Good luck, Pathfinder team.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
You okay? Oh, your migraine?
Yeah. For those,
sorry.
it's okay. For those at home, I don't know if it was apparent by my slurs. I'm fighting off a migraine right now. I have Advil, so it's not as bad as it could be.
Seriously, I love the way that ship looks.
That is a cool ship, I'm not gonna lie.
An unstable mass of dark energy.
If you say so, steer clear of it.
So I know another complaint about this game is people really hate, like, Cora, the chick who came in and restored gravity, and Liam, this guy right here that I'm with. A lot of people hate those two characters.
Oh,
I like both of them. Again, I love just this game and everything about it.
it's for me personally. Oh, they're talking.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'll do it later.
I should have stopped talking.
Not to believe we're finally doing this. Sure beats reading the brochures.
Beginning our deceleration. Planet's dead ahead.
So I was gonna say, for me personally, it takes a lot for me to hate a character. Like a lot. So.
Honestly, usually my hatred of a character is usually nothing to do with the character itself. It's like, for example, I kind of realized I was hating on Rey from Star Wars a lot, but I realized my problem wasn't with Rey. My problem was with the story she was in. Like, just as an example, Rey's a perfectly fine character. I just hate the story that she's the main character of. Or Yuri Lowe from Tales of Vesperia is one of my least favorite characters of all time, because Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia is my favorite character of all time. And since Vesperia was the first game I played after Symphonia, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. So, honestly, I guess the point I'm trying to make is, if I hate a character, it's not usually because of the character themselves. It's because of some other circumstances.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no, we're crashing! Do we have life jackets?
Yes, we're wearing them.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh no! Ah!
Acceleration
Hello.
increasing.
No kidding!
Your jump jet is malfunctioning.
Get it working!
Approaching terminal velocity.
Sam!
I love robotic characters like that. Like, oh, you're approaching terminal velocity, and they're just like, whoa, where am I?
Also, Sam is another reason why I like this game better than the original trilogy. Because I really like Sam as a character.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Oh, did it fix itself?
Yeah, future tech.
Okay, cool.
Because, I know the original trilogy had an AI character they introduced in the second game, but, I mean, I like her just fine, but I like that Sam's with you from the get-go.
This could be the main menu right here.
Yeah, it totally could. Just put there next to him, load.
Yep.
Hyperion, Sam,
Anyone there?
Save your breath, Ryder. Sam's offline. Comlink's trashed. I'm surprised we aren't too.
Did we really do that? Or are we dead and don't know it?
Well, we found hell. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. No way this is home.
Oh look, it's the title screen again.
Yay.
Woo! Looks like we're gonna find some high ground. See if anyone else is alive. Come on.
Oh, so Sunshine, as you've played the original Mass Effect trilogy, you want to see another reason why I like this? You can jump.
Nice.
And you can...
Survival training.
I've seen my share of troubles.
Oh,
Nothing crazy,
hold on.
Well, Crazy just found us. Those rocks out there are floating.
Terra Incognita. Oh, and safety tip. Don't breathe the air. Found that out the hard way.
You think that energy cloud we saw could cause all this?
Dark energy. Is that lore that we would know otherwise? Out of curiosity.
No, dark energy is actually the first time that it's been brought up in this game.
Okay, cool. So I'm not out of the loop. That's good to know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's meant to be like, oh, it's like dark matter or some other real life phenomenon or whatever, or if it's just mumbo jumbo made up for the game. I really couldn't say.
Honestly, with space being space, I think anything is possible.
I mean, I give Mass Effect credit that it does loosely base some of its science on real-world science. I say loosely very strongly because they kind of explain that it's like, so you do know faster-than-life travel's not necessarily possible in the real world because all it would take is for you to crash into a speck of dust in space and it'd blow a hole through your ship.
Mm-hmm.
So playing into that in this world, the only way to do faster-than-light travel is to use the Mass Effect relays, which I don't fully get how that's supposed to work. I think the idea is that it creates a field around you, so when you're traveling faster than the speed of light, it pushes away any debris that you might run into or something like that. I don't know. I kind of am thinking I want you to bleep out the statement about real-world science because I could be completely wrong and I'm going to be laughed at in the comments.
Should I?
No, leave it in. I think that's part of the joke.
Oh, okay. I got concerned for a second. No. Also, wow!
I mean, I was talking for like 2 minutes. I wouldn't expect you to bleep that out.
It's not a hotel, that's for sure. Nothing around here makes any sense.
Are there even hotels?
Just not today.
Oh yeah, that's what that big mushroom was. You know, you eat it, and then you check out.
Oh. It's like the mushrooms in Mother 3, where you just go on a trip.
Hey.
Hello?
Meet new alien, Sunshine.
So. Huh. They're like rock boys.
What was first contact protocol again?
No deadly force unless fired upon.
Yeah, said no one in the field ever. How do we handle it?
Just be ready if this goes south.
It usually does.
I should probably make sure I have the right skills equipped real quick.
Okay, rock people, you just hang on there for just a hot second. Hot seconds can be anywhere between a few seconds and maybe a couple of hours. So you just stay put, make some popcorn, have a snack. Do you guys have popcorn? Is it pop rock? Because they're all rocks.
All right, I'm equipped.
I should not be a stand-up comedian. Even though they have prepared bits, for the most part.
Hey, you asked about the flamethrower.
Yeah! It took me a minute to register. Did we get rid of the rock people? Were they vulnerable to fire?
I knew they weren't the friendly sort.
So, fun fact, you can actually wait and... Oh, wait, no. I take it back. I was about to say if you wait, they'll eventually shoot this guy. I'm like, wait, no, I'm thinking of a different game.
Yeah.
It was starting to look ugly.
Well, glad you are going to stay alive regardless of what the player does.
Hell of a thing to survive the crash only to get shot by aliens. Not letting that happen for anyone. We still don't even know what they wanted. Nothing good the way they were armed.
This isn't how first contact was supposed to go. Or at least not how I imagined it.
That's on them. Can't let it change us. Next time might go better.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood can't be bad.
Where are the others?
Sure it can.
Gone.
A whole neighborhood can be bad when you just killed some family members.
My leg.
My leg.
My leg!
You're not Fury.
It's broken. You guys push ahead and look for the others.
You sure?
Yeah. Just find us a ride out of here. And take a few more of them out while you're at it.
Also, I find it funny that they're like, First Contact, I thought it would be better than this. I'm like, dude, First Contact, canonically in the universe, was with the Turians, and they tried to wipe you out.
Take all the things from the chest, we get consumables.
Yep.
So when you're scanning those bodies, is that like telling you who they are?
It's telling me, you might not have been able to hear it, but they were small talking. They're talking about, like, the genetics it scanned. I also think you get, like, 10 experience for everything you scan.
Oh, okay.
I think. I might be... I know that BioWare games, like, if you, like, look at something, like, pick up, for lack of a better word, trivia about the world, you'll sometimes get experience.
Oh!
Bloosh.
We've alerted the rock people.
I count one left to go.
Where? I want to vaporize him.
Oh gosh. It's a quick fire then.
Again, I'm level 130 something, and I'm playing on the easiest difficulty.
True. That's true. Hello. Who died at it?
No vital signs. Just shot him in cold blood.
He was trying to surrender. Why kill him?
Would we treat them any different if they showed up on Earth, armed to the teeth?
Maybe not.
Peace isn't going to be an option here.
Ooh. Well, sorry about your character. I don't know who you are. I don't know. I can't talk. Don't know who you were. Sorry, bud. Oh, okay, so that's the map?
Yep.
Like the big map?
Yep.
Okay. So, can you explain the HUD that's going on right now? The HUD?
Like right here?
No, I mean like the UI that's at the bottom.
Oh, okay, so the bottom left is my weapon. The top number is how many bullets are in the gun, and the bottom is how many I have in reserve.
Okay.
Next to that, the purple thing is my shield, the red bar is my health.
Oh, okay.
The little icon down there that's supposed to represent Liam, that lets me know that if I press left on the D-pad, Liam will go there.
Oh, you could tell to do stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
As someone who's never played Mass Effect, I'm just like, what's all
and
this
then
stuff?
next to that is it's showing me what my powers are that I have mapped to the bumper buttons and which buttons I have to press to activate them. So left, I've got Overload, which is my favorite ability in all of Mass Effect. If I press both bumpers, I use Lance. And then to the right is my flamethrower.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, thank you for your explanation again.
And how you use powers is different in every single Mass Effect game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, one of the biggest problems with the first Mass Effect game is there was no... You had to, like, pull open the mini-map, like, the mini power map, select it, and then use it. It made using powers in the first game just kind of a chore, in my opinion. Which is why usually in the first game, I just play a soldier so I can just use my guns and not worry about powers.
Gotcha.
But then in the second game onward, they started letting you map a small amount of powers to the bumper buttons, so it was easier to use in combat. So from that point onwards, I usually played the class known as the Sentinel. That's my favorite Mass Effect class. Do you have a favorite Mass Effect class, Sunshine?
It's the Adept, I think.
Oh, so the pure biotic?
Yes.
Just imagine the mind that invented.
Oh, so in Mass Effect, there's 3 types of powers. Biotic, tech, and combat. Combat powers usually just increase your health or how much damage you do with your weapons, or just increase... Or give you like a state... There's like a skill called like Overdrive that lets you fire your gun faster without reloading.
Gotcha.
Biotics are basically... It's space magic. It's like... It's kind of like... I'd say it's more like psychic power, but treated more like magical. Oh, shit!
Oh, hello!
What is this thing? Okay, it's dead. Whatever it was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then tech is text-based stuff like this overload power. That counts as a tech power because I'm shooting electricity to overload technology. And then it's like I got a flamethrower on the arm, so that counts as a tech ability. But then this ability, I'm creating a lance out of energy and throwing it. That's biotic power.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember, like, in the second and third games, like, the abilities I usually use is, like, I don't remember what they're called, but one is, like, it'd create, like just, like, this mini gravity field and, like, suck things in towards it.
Singularity.
Yeah, singularity. Then I'd use warp, which is just, like, just this blast of biotic power. And then shockwave, which would send out this shockwave and just knock everyone back.
Interesting.
The other nice thing is that certain powers can be linked together. Like, I'm not going to be able to show you because the enemies die too quickly, but if I use the flamethrower to set the enemies on fire and then throw a lance at them, it'll create an explosion.
Oh!
You can also do that, or I could do that too if I light them on fire, then hit them with overload. Or then there's some abilities, there's a biotic ability called warp, which is basically you hit them with a mini warp field and it rips apart their insides. At least that's the flavor text. So if you hit someone with warp and then throw a lance at them or something, it's the basic idea is that you're detonating the built-up biotic power inside their bodies to create an explosion. That sort of thing.
Oh gosh.
But then some other tech abilities is that you can create like a combat drone that'll fight for you or set up a sentry turret.
Well, okay.
There's a lot of variety.
It sounds like it, which is good because in a big RPG, you kind of want to try to either play the characters you want to play, or have the variety of having the option to choose various different things throughout the game.
And one other nice thing I like about Mass Effect Andromeda is every other Mass Effect game, you pick your class at the start, and and the class you pick determines your abilities. Mass Effect Andromeda, it's like you can have access to every single ability you want to, and depending on the number of abilities you've purchased in a certain thing, that then unlocks the different classes. You pick one of them as kind of an active power, and then it gives you bonuses depending on what that is.
Yeah, it corrects me if I'm wrong, but in Xenoblade Chronicles X, there's that different class tree you can pick, and what I liked about that class tree is that you can actually like pick one of the classes, try them out. If you didn't like it or if you wanted to do something else, you can just select another one. Yeah. And then you get it. So it sounds like that, right?
Yeah, so profiles, soldier, so...
Okay.
And then it's got... So this is every class is ranked up. So like, for example... for a soldier, the more points I put in combat, the higher rank it gets, meaning those passive bonuses on the side increase.
Okay.
So like I said, I like playing the Sentinel because it's a mix of tech and biotics. So it's like the more points I invest in both tech and biotic. So it's like, well, I have this on, I get 40% all combos, plus 30 recharge, etc., etc., etc. I won't subject you to it here.
I don't remember what game it was, but it was like kind of like a fantasy RPG, like kind of like Skyrim, but it wasn't.
It wasn't Arcrise, was it?
Maybe, I don't remember what it was called, but it's kind of like that similar idea where level up, you get skill points, and there's like melee, ranged, and magic, and like the number of points you put into each tree unlocked different classes.
I mean, this kind of reminds me loosely of the leveling up system from Final Fantasy II. Now, to be fair, the Final Fantasy II leveling up system I think was a good idea. It just was implemented very badly. Oh dear.
Oh, robot! Robot! It's a robot! Oh, that!
See that? Yeah, that explosion. That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Because like in Final Fantasy II, what it did is that every action you do levels up a different ability. So let's say you have your character using a sword. The more they use the sword, the better they are at the sword with their sword. Or you could instead just be like, hey, I want you to cast magic. Every time you cast a spell, you level up in magic. The problem is that there was no good way of leveling up the character as a whole, because the only way to level up your HP is to take damage and then not heal the damage at the end of the fight.
Oh.
So the best way to level up your HP is go fight the weakest enemy in the game and then punch yourself in the face effectively for a couple hours until you get the health bonuses that you need to beat the game.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
So I was trying to read some of the dialogue.
Yeah.
They said no. It's okay. It's okay. It's multitasking.
Yeah.
Something about bloodthirsty archaeologists
Yes.
and how this is older tech here.
Yeah, so they commented, it's like, wait, this tech, they're commenting that a lot of this, it's like, this didn't show up on our scans or anything like that. And the bloodthirsty archaeologist was because one of the robots that was down there stood up and started shooting at us.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't remember if it's said at this point or if it's said somewhere else on the planet, but it's not, I don't think it's much of a spoiler. They comment that they're looking around, it's like most of this building structure is only about 300 years old or something, which is why it's like, okay, that explains why none of it was on our long-range scanners when we left to come here over 600 years ago.
Oh! I just understood a lot of the lore now. You guys go into stasis because you're traveling so freaking far.
Yes.
Oh! Wow! Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
I was so confused for some things. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I thought you noticed the 637 years later at the beginning.
I'm doing my best.
No, you're good. I'm not upset. I just...
Yeah. It probably was there, honestly.
Yeah. Hey, sweetie.
Hey, Abby.
Yeah.
Abby will not be able to... I think Abby's leaving right now, so...
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah. Where are the others? They killed Kirkland, but Fisher's alive, back at the crash site. He's got a broken leg.
Okay, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
I'll check around for supplies, then head back. Yeah. Stay put when you get there. We'll look for my dad's shuttle. Good luck. Can't wait to get off this rock.
Actually, kind of looking at my armor, I'm like, wait, no, I'm wearing the default armor. It just ported over my recoloration of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, how Mass Effect 2, 3, and Andromeda work. So the first game, you got new armor with different stats, and it had preset colors, like, a lot of other RPGs. In Mass Effect 2 through 3, instead, you get better armor pieces as the game plays, and you get to change the armor color to whatever you want to.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, admittedly, Mass Effect Andromeda does bring back the individual armor pieces, but not as extensively as it was in the first game.
And I also remember in 3, you also got, like, armor sets.
Yeah.
Which were preset colored-wise. And I remember, since I was playing the biotic one, there was a preset armor that, boosted my biotic abilities. But I just used the pieces instead that weren't as good as a bonus, but I could make them yellow.
Yeah, because the armor one that boosts your biotic is bright red, and Sunshine's least favorite color is red, I believe. I don't know if that's still true. I know it used to be your least favorite color.
It used to be my least favorite color. It isn't... I don't know what I would say my least favorite color is, but just, like, it's not a color I'm, like, big on.
Yeah. Everyone's got colors that they're more drawn to.
So one other thing that's awesome is... Oh, I need to switch around the button. Oh, who cares? So Mass Effect and Dragon Age have very much been sister series pretty much since both of their inception.
Hello! I hope you're having... Oh, you're dead.
Because both games have references to each other. Well, one of the armor sets you could get in the third game is the... Wrong button. The Blood Dragon armor. Which is an armor with the first Dragon Age symbol painted on the front in blood.
Oh.
And fun fact,
nice.
Yeah.
Something like that is actually in the Infamous series.
Oh.
Cole is his name. I think on his belt, I saw the first game. I didn't see the second one, but I think in the first game, you can see Sly Cooper's logo, basically. And so, as someone who grew up with Sly Cooper and watched my cousin play a little bit of Infamous, it was one of the nice calming moments of the game when we just, like, sat back and were like, there's Sly. Just like, they're rooting for us. I forget the details. I was in, like, middle school, I think, when I saw that game, so my memory's fuzzy.
Another fun fact is in the second game, there's a character in the first and second game named Sandal. He's a little dwarf who I think is supposed to be autistic or something, but he's very good at making enchantments. In fact, all he usually says is enchantment. Well, in the second game, he gets separated from the group, and then he gets attacked by an ogre. And he basically uses like a grenade to turn the thing into stone or something.
Oh, wow.
Well, in Dragon Age 2, in one of the DLCs, you break into like an art collector's vault, and that ogre is in his collection. In fact, in one of the Mass Effect games, I don't remember which one, you could actually find the Dragon Age planet somewhere in the galaxy.
I feel like when stuff like that is there, it's honestly probably just the developers being like, this will be a fun little, like, call-out.
Yeah.
But, as we all know, a lot of people are like, but let's explain the lore behind it.
Yeah.
Which is also fine. I've definitely dug into that realm of stuff before. But I'm also, as someone that got a degree in, like, game development and have heard stuff from developers or like animators from TV shows, sometimes the assets are just them like that you see from in like different types of stories or medias is literally just because they needed an asset and they were like, oh, we had this in our other thing, why don't we just take it over just to save some time?
Yeah.
I think that was like all the Mario enemies in Link's Awakening.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised. Hey guys, how are ya?
Hello.
One piece. You got here just in time.
Glad you guys are doing okay.
You went scouting ahead while we fixed the shuttle.
Oh, is the
Yep, he's gonna die.
Yep.
Ryder, there's weapons and ammo at the shuttle. Stock up.
Yep. Can I change my weapons now, please?
No.
Shoot, I destroyed it.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yes, it is, because that was a sniper rifle. I really wanted to use that.
No. That sucks.
Yeah, like, I know I'm not using it right now, but the best combo for this is tactical cloak and a sniper rifle. Like, it destroys things so much. You know, in Halo, they'd let me shoot the aliens while they're on the loading dock like that.
No, not yet. They don't exist yet. Just ignore that. Oh,
right. Okay. Okay, screw it. I need to switch the buttons those two are on. I'm throwing myself off.
That's okay. I've done that before. Oh, excuse me. I've done that before where I play a game and I constantly change the button inputs because I'm like...
okay.
It's just something more comfortable.
Oh, wait, right. So, my favorite assault rifle is not an automatic one. I have to, like, press the button over and over.
Yeah.
This one is full automatic, so I'm like, I don't need to keep pressing it.
Yeah, the Borderlands series, Borderlands 2,
yeah.
There was like a huge sale on Steam or something where you could get everything Borderlands 2 related, like all the DLC and the game, for like $2.
Nice.
So I got it all, and then I was talking with my cousin who also got it, and we're like, oh, we should make sure this works. So I played a little bit of Borderlands 2, and I got a gun like that where I have to hit the trigger button to shoot, and I was like, this is so weird!
Right.
Anyway.
It's just these assholes killed Kirkland. Stay pissed. Use it. Will do.
Just remember, we need that ammo.
Strangle them if I have to.
What about the others?
Fisher's wounded, but sitting tight. Greer's with him. There are shuttles in pieces.
Guys.
She's been hit.
What? No.
Take cover. Take cover.
Oh no.
I didn't know you were biotic.
Don't worry, it's not contagious.
Before they attacked them, they managed to fix our comms.
You're a lifesaver. Now just take it easy.
Sam, are you there?
QEC link established. Affirmative, Ryder. Pathfinder needs to speak.
Good to see you in one piece. What's our status?
Liam and I are with Cora.
We have wounded crew. The good news is our shuttle's been repaired. We can get back to the Ark.
Not with these storms. It's too risky to fly.
By the way, just real quick, human biotics, while not unheard of, are not common. That's why that was a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're... Actually, maybe they are rare. There was actually a subplot in the original trilogy about how one of your crew members was given a faulty implant back when humans were trying to become biotic, so he suffers from permanent migraines because of it.
Ooh, that would suck.
Yep.
As someone going through that right now with medicine.
Not if we can turn the lightning.
Now again,
I don't follow.
I have an idea. Rendezvous at my coordinates will... Damn, they spotted me.
Like,
Sir?
like, do you remember that?
Can you two manage alone?
I can keep her stable. For a while.
Let's move.
Do you remember that blue alien who was on the ship?
Yes.
Okay, she is what's called an Asari. They're the most powerful race of biotics in the galaxy. Whereas, like, with humans, maybe 1 in 100,000 are biotically inclined. Every Asari are biotic to some extent.
Gotcha.
And I think it's through studying Asari is how humans eventually discovered how to become biotics, basically.
Gotcha.
After
Interesting.
that, I think Krogans are the next most likely to be biotic. That's kind of the vibe I picked up from the original trilogy. Comment in the comments if I'm completely wrong.
More lore. Wee.
Quarians and Solarians were the two biggest tech people in the galaxy. And humans, well, we're the jack of all trades because we're oomin.
Yeah, humans are always the jack of all trades.
Yep.
Wait, speaking of being a jack of all trades, I'm actually playing I have a campaign going on for D&D where I am actually a human, and it's interesting being a human in D&D again because
it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute, and I'm like, man, there's some things I missed about being just a human.
Yeah, I'm
in a party full of tieflings and a fear bulk, so
I haven't been a human since my very first campaign because it's like I can be a human in every video game. D&D is one of the few chances I can be something more exotic.
Yeah.
oh wow.
You know, I know their design was something people also complained about, but I like it.
I don't think they're native to the planet.
They're not. We found an abandoned lab, like they've been studying the place.
Just because you're not going to hear it in this, they're called the Ket.
The Ket. Oh.
You didn't think I would?
You never know what people are made of. Not until everything goes wrong.
Plenty of that on this mission.
Sir, you said something about the lightning.
It's the dark energy cloud the Hyperion hit. It's affecting the whole planet. Interfering with that.
The tower is caught in a feedback loop with the cloud. Together they're disrupting the entire climate with undirected energy.
It would explain a cave we found. Plant life sheltered from the storm. From that tower.
It's a good bet. And I think if we can get in there and shut the tower down, the lightning goes away.
Yay! Yeah! No more lightning.
We just have to get past them.
It's a hell of a gamble. But we won't know until we get in there and try.
Let's blue this.
It'll be a nasty fight the whole way.
Foster's home for imaginary friend.
Okay.
First episode, they're rescuing Mac's imaginary friend Blue, and Max says that, and everyone just grills him for it. No, roast him for it.
Well, roast and grill. Why not both? I rock, people. You said the name, but it's gone.
Ket.
Ket.
Ket. I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, and I dance.
Oh, they don't dance anymore. Oh, nope, you still good. I thought you got electrocuted.
No, but he did take down the force field. Well, I guess more specifically, he took down the lightning rod, so the lightning will take down the force field.
Mm-hmm. Whee! Big battle time! Woo! That's just how I interpret this.
Big battle. Big battle.
Big battle. Combat profile?
So, Sam he's something new introduced in this game. The idea is that a big theme of the Mass Effect series is organics and AIs and whether or not they can coexist. Again, like, that was, in many ways, the plot, like, one of the major themes of the original trilogy. So this one, trying to expand upon it, is that your dad proposed the idea of the Sam AI to help in this journey, which is an AI that plugs directly into an organic's brain that helps them in combat situations and the like.
Oh, interesting.
However, that raised a whole bunch of controversy because it's like, are you even, human at that point, or are you just a robot wearing a meat suit?
All right.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, those discussions are always fun to see how they're explored. Because different media will interpret things differently. Some media are like, yeah, it's fine, and then other media is like, no, this bad. And it's just interesting just to see that explored. Like, I don't have an answer for it. I just like seeing it explored and thinking about it there.
See, my whole thing is, what I like about the Mass Effect series is they make a distinct difference between artificial intelligence and virtual intelligence. Virtual intelligence is meant to be something that simulates actual intelligence, in order to let you kind of have a conversation with it. But it has no real free will. Whereas artificial intelligence in this game's context is something that's completely sentient, can make its own choices, and while maybe not being able to have feelings per se, just because how do you simulate feelings, it still is a completely sentient life form. So
yeah. It's very interesting. Oh, goodbye. It's very interesting. Oh, wow. So that thing, I guess I wasn't paying attention that well. That blue stuff coming up from a corpse is like, you can pick up.
Yeah, that's loot.
That's loot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just haven't been bothering with it too much because it's not really going to matter that much.
Yeah. I need to go back and watch something. The real world is like a minute ahead of where I am right now.
Yeah.
But I think I saw one of the characters, Cora, I think, completely run sideways. I thought I saw that, but it was a while ago. I could be wrong.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Hey,
anything's
Dad.
possible.
Oh, is that Dad?
It's Dad.
This here? Hi, Dad. Yeah, we gotta go. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I want you there, and I want you there.
Oh. All right, time to play tower defense. Yay!
I love those tower defense games.
Dude.
Granted, I found them to be impossible.
No, my little brother, who is 14 years old, loves tower defense games. It's still popular. I thought it was something that a lot of people that was going out of style, and that it was just something that like our generation played as kids. But no, people are still playing tower defense games, and it makes me very happy to know that it's still sticking around.
I mean, I know that back when the internet was really like online, like free games you can play online started getting popular.
Yep.
There were just so many of those on.
So many.
Oh, yes.
There's still a lot of tower defense games out there, actually. It's just like they all have different themes to it. Like Balloon Tower Defense is obviously the one that I am the most familiar with. I think everyone's most familiar with that one.
With what one?
Balloon Tower Defense.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
where you just gotta stop the balloons from coming in. But like, there's so many different types of tower defense games out there.
So I remember, I don't remember how this happened, but in one of my tech classes in junior high, there was a bunch of computers set up for us to use / play on when we weren't in the shop. The idea is so we could also use them for drafting, but I was in the basic class, so he's just like, just play computer games when you're not available. Well, someone brought Warcraft 3 and installed it on all the computers. So when we weren't working on our tech projects, we were playing a tower defense, like custom-made map in multiplayer mode.
That's awesome. I just got a memory. So when I was in high school, my last year of high school, I actually went to like another different type of school for a little bit to like I don't know if I'm making any sense. Basically, I was taking college level classes at a different school.
Yeah.
And one of the games that was on those computers that we played when there was downtime was Team Fortress 2. I actually killed, so I hadn't played it, but everyone else had, and I actually killed someone, and he threw down his headphone and was like, "Whose place fires?" And I was like, "It's me!"
Now we'll see if I can have a conversation.
Nothing on this planet is listened so far. Just be careful.
Oh, see how my helmet's now a different color?
Oh, you're
I
right.
won't tell anyone. Come on. These are the moments that make it all worthwhile.
These are the moments where you die.
Oh, so
I
for
can
those
see
who
the
don't-
writing on the wall.
Also, for those who don't know, your dad's voiced by Mr. Krabs.
A moment.
Aye, me boy! Sorry.
Indexing.
It's a triangle.
Is this the Triforce of Power?
No, it's wisdom. It's clearly blue.
No, it's knowledge, because that's what we're here to find.
So wisdom.
Oh, wait, right, there isn't a Triforce of Knowledge. You win.
Uh-oh. Boy, don't do it. I don't trust it. Oh no, it made an even bigger triangle. Oh! Hello?
I'll be damned. It's working.
Oh, is it clearing the weather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. I thought it was gonna make it worse.
That's all anyone back in the Ark is looking for. Hope it'll work out.
Well, not if we stand around looking at sunsets.
Uh-oh.
Let's get back to the shuttle and...
Oh! Oh gosh.
Repeat, we need an emergency extraction now.
They're spinning up the shuttle. ETA is 3, maybe 4 minutes.
We don't have that long. Deep breath. What are you...
Initiating transfer.
Don't do it. Oh no. 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 I know that's not what you want to hear in this moment. No. Ah.
Oh, lovely.
Ah. Ack. Ack.
Move! He's going into cardiac arrest.
Pulse is weakening. Tell the Ark to prep medbay. Come on! Pulse dropping. We're losing.
It's a seizure. His brain can't handle the connection. Get him to sound node. Sam, what's the reading?
Ryder's implant is overloading. I suggest a hardwire connection.
Do it.
There!
Welcome back.
What happened?
You were clinically dead for 22 seconds.
Oh, fun.
Did the rest of the team make it?
Hey, you're still with us. Guys, get to Sam node. Ryder's awake. Who are you talking to?
Sam.
I didn't hear him.
You're up. Look here. And here.
My father. Where?
Someone's got to take the lead role.
It was your life or his. And he chose you. I'm so sorry. I know this must be a blow.
He made the ultimate sacrifice. He got the team out of danger. We all owe him for that.
He once said that when his time came, he wanted to go out among stars no one had seen before.
What are we doing in Sam, Node?
Sam is now part of you, in a way we don't entirely understand. It played havoc with your brain.
Sam?
Your father authorized the transfer of Pathfinder authority to you.
Shouldn't that be Cora?
In theory. In reality, you're the new Pathfinder.
Whoa. Well, if that's how it has to be.
Don't sell yourself short. I think you can do it.
Cora?
It's what he wanted. I won't stand in the way. But being Pathfinder is a serious job. You sure you're ready for this?
Well, we know what my dad thought. He never was the kind of guy to ask permission.
Now it's your turn to bark orders.
It's all academic anyway. Sam's linked to your mind on a deeper level now. Trying to untangle it could kill you. I know this is tough, but we need to start thinking about the next step. A lot of people are counting on us.
Is the Ark still drifting?
That's the thing. Whatever your dad did with that tower, it saved the day. Some sort of atmosphere scrubber.
The energy cloud thinned out. We're on our way to the rally point now. Should be at the Nexus soon. He needs to rest first. He's got 2 hours. We'll need our Pathfinder for this.
Oh, I checked on your sister. There's still no change. But if you can pull through, so can she. A bit of your dad in both of you.
Your father will be missed.
What's going on, Sam?
This is our private channel. I shared it with him.
Okay.
Why did he do it? Why me?
Unknown, but he never acted without reason. Alec wouldn't want us to lose sight of the goal. He said pain emboldens our resolve. He'd insist we grow stronger from his passing.
That's an enemy ship, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I love this character's design.
Oh, they're finding our figuring out our stuff that we did? Sorry, bud. We got the power!
I love this scene because it tells you everything you need to know about his character right now without a single line of dialogue.
That is nice.
Granted, I don't think he's the best villain character in the series, but I like his design, and I really like this introduction of him.
Yeah.
Ryder, good to see you on your feet. We're at the Nexus. It's the forward hub for the entire Andromeda initiative. The Asari, Solarian, and Turian arcs should be there too.
Let's hope they've had better luck.
Starting our approach now.
It's almost as big as the Citadel back home.
Nexus Control, this is
Wow.
Arc Hyperion, requesting docking clearance. Captain, I'm only getting their automated approach channel, not a live person.
Well, like it or not, we're here. Take us in.
Construction should have been finished by now.
Could be worse.
How? Habitat 7's a bust. We might have started a war with the first aliens we met, and our Pathfinder's dead. This better be rock bottom.
Green across the board. Docking initiated.
It's gonna be another alien isolation stuff, isn't it?
I didn't even get to any of the monsters in Alien
All right.
Isolation. The atmosphere freaked
I
me
got
out
it.
so bad.
Good luck,
Oh,
Pathfinder.
I was hanging out with a friend a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about horror, and they were telling me, and I was talking about, it's like, yeah, I enjoy horror movies, but I hate horror games, because for me, I feel like I'm more involved. Yeah, and my friend, this was like, it's the opposite for them, whereas like, they love horror games but can't do movies, because it's more involved for them.
It's so interesting how like there are two different types of people when it comes to horror
Captain just called
stuff.
me Pathfinder.
Captain wants to see a full-duty
This
roster.
is really happening.
I just
Just take a
updated the
deep
chart.
breath.
She'll
I
wanna
still
see
can't
crew
believe Dad's
reassignments
dead.
first. Start with non-essential
This should have been his
personnel.
moment.
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what you're gonna do with it.
Where do I start? I'm just not sure I'm ready.
We weren't ready to fall out of the sky on Habitat 7, but we survived that.
Right. So, always keep a jump jet handy.
All right, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
So that was the first act, but we're gonna keep going because there's more gameplay to explore.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. What the frick were we talking about before?
Horror games.
Yeah.
So funny thing is, the only horror game I can actually play comfortably is Five Nights at Freddy's, because the thing that freaks me out with horror games, and you might have seen this if anyone who saw me try to play Amnesia, I just wanted to get in a closet and stay there. Because Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't require me to move around and just react to things, I feel more safe in a way.
Yeah, it's so interesting how, because I've had that discussion before of like how there's different horror stuff, like people can handle horror things differently. For some reason, I'm totally fine. Well, I'm more fine, I should say, more fine watching someone else play a horror game, but I struggle with horror movies.
Yeah.
I scream. I scream at both equally, if I'm honest. Like, I've played horror games before, and I'm getting in the habit of playing more of them because my cousins like my reactions. But I'm more willing to play a horror game than watch a movie.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
Whatever.
That's all.
This is more just to fill you in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Helpful immigration staff for further assistance. And welcome to your new home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you.
Aww.
For immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
So, interesting tidbit about the Asari race.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're actually genderless, despite the fact that they look like women.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah, even though they all look like women, they're technically all...
Hi there.
It's like the gems in Steven Universe. They're genderless, but a lot of them identify as female.
We're from Arc Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an arc? This is the Nexus, right? Pretty sure we parked in the right place.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's just, we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
Kandros!
Hi.
I'm Tyrion Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
By the way, if anyone's wondering why I was like, Kandros! In Mass Effect 3, there's a DLC where you meet a female Turian named Nightreine.
Mm-hmm.
This is her cousin.
Oh.
Also, this is a Turian.
Okay.
They're one of my
Well, I've got a
favorite
shipload of
alien
people that
races.
says we're here.
Of course, it's just... You're the
It's not
first
my absolute
Ark we've seen.
favorite, but...
After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
My favorite alien race are the Drell, but there's none of them in this game.
Which one's the Drell?
Thane. Thane's a Drell.
And who's Thane again?
The assassin from the second game. The one dying from a lung condition.
Okay.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died.
Oh no.
No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to normal?
Nope.
Not even close.
I thought
But
so.
you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period. We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
And that's a Krogan on the left.
Oh, okay.
And that's a Solarian.
Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Darren Tan, director
This
of
guy?
the initiative. You have
Is your
no
flipping
idea
off
how
directed
much
to
you're
this
listening.
Oh,
guy?
yes.
Okay. I think I should. I don't know if the audience heard. Luke was doing the double finger defense, as it were.
Yep.
Sunshine, do you remember the Solarian Dalatrass from Mass Effect 3?
Not really.
She's the one who tried to sabotage the...
Yes.
He's worse!
Oh, great.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at him.
Yeah. Hi.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Oh, your eyes were wigging out there, bud, for a second.
Is dead. Please understand. The entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
I may not have been the first choice, but I'm ready for this.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
Well, it
That's
gets
no
far
way to
and
treat
everywhere
a
else,
guest.
so.
Hello, Cash. I freaking love this woman.
I'm Nakmor Kesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
Then again, I just love
It's
the
nothing
freaking
personal,
Krogan.
but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
Yes, leave us for the hugs.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
I
Let me show
love
you
how
something.
that woman's hair is way too saturated in color.
It's very bright.
An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Wow, that's a lot of smoke.
So yeah, honestly, the plot of this game being about finding, a new home and colonizing. It's the main reason I love this game so much. Like so much so, I actually, borrowed that premise for a D&D campaign I'm working on.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right.
Of course. I was
After
defending this
14
game
months of
against the
failed
glitches, and now that we're recording,
colonization,
the
forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
graphics are glitching out.
The Let's Play curse
Yep.
lives.
Okay.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
Nice.
It's Pathfinder.
I'm just gonna...
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna skip the conversation because most of that's just getting in, some lore of the Andromeda Galaxy, since it's like, okay, we're just here to... I'm just gonna kind of skip through that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Addison, I really like Addison because she's very realistically written, in my opinion.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
Okay, just real quick, you're gonna ask, like, where are all the Krogan? Oh, Tan basically kicked him off the station. Yeah.
Nothing more for now.
Try not to die out there.
I will do my best, dang it.
Or do I have to ask you more for the... No, I don't have to ask you more. Okay. Right. Kandros is the fourth guy I have to speak to.
Kandros.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Tan last, just because he's the one who sets up the ship.
Trees!
Oh, and also these, oh, stop.
Just wrong.
These are side quests. We're not going to be doing that.
Okay.
Hey, Kandros.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia
So for a
HQ.
second I thought
Excuse the
his
mess.
mouth was glitching,
This
but I'm like,
office
wait, no,
deals
his
with
tongue is
work,
blue.
Nexus security and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Actually, if you ask him more about himself, he's like, yeah, so I came out here to retire.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to just wind down for the rest of my... Well...
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules ours.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way.
No fucking
And now the
shit.
challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
Air horns go here.
You know, it's.
Where's my ship?
You should come up with an original comeback.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay.
Hey man, coming up with comebacks are hard.
I know.
When you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that. Ah!
Sam?
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Blah, blah, blah.
Using pain to be like, yo, we gotta talk.
Let's see. Speak with Tan? No, I don't want to do that. Speak with scientists? I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to go talk to Sam now.
Just gonna go talk to Sam.
I'm just going to go talk to Sam now. I don't need to talk to these people.
Alright, trees!
Please.
Trees! Ah!
Oh.
The controller has died! Oh, never mind. I thought that was the point. I thought that was when it would die. Oh, it is dying. It's literally dying right now.
Is left this mortal coil bequest of life. It is an X-controller. Let's get this chat out of the way, then let's get the ship, and then we'll call it a day. We'll just let everyone on here die, because we're done.
Oh,
okay.
no! No! Sam, we're heading your way! Sam! Time to have a private conversation.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Yes, I can. I am simply following your father's wishes.
What was he keeping secret?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Thanks, Sam. I already explained that to the audience.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah.
He's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Finding memories.
What I didn't understand is the whole, as you explore the planets, you'll find memory triggers that will unlock your dad's memories, but they're basically just appear as glowing balls on the planet. And it's like, why would this unlock my dad's memories? He never came here.
I interpret it as something there will remind you of something else, and that leads to a memory. That's my interpretation. Like, there's places where I've never been before, but I see something, I'm like, oh, it's like when you're playing a game. It's like when you're playing a game, a new game, and you're like, see something, and you're like, oh, Dragon Age or another game did that. That's how I interpret it. It's literally that.
I guess that'd be a good way of looking at it.
And final checks looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation.
AKA
But
faking
at
it
least
till
we'll be
you make
doing
it.
in style.
It's so bright.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I like this ship better than the one from the original game.
Woo! Gosh, this just reminds me of New Outlay from Xenoblade X. And,
I mean, you see why I'm like, when we played Xenoblade X, I'm like, we gotta play Andromeda now.
Why is it that space stuff always have similar themes? I'm kidding. Both are good. Both are good. Both are separate.
Let's go take a closer look.
Your box.
Pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late.
So, Vetra is one of the best parts of this game because...
So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
So, in the first 3 games, even though the Turians, they established that there are male and female Turians, you only ever saw male Turians. Until they released some Mass Effect 3 DLC. Vetra is the first female Turian who's a permanent party member.
Oh.
Now, there was a temporary female party member in a DLC
Let's
pack.
go see the rest of Helios.
But she was temporary.
Gotcha.
So.
Hold it. You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Whatever happened, it wasn't me. I just got here.
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Thank goodness. For a sec, I thought I was going to have to deal with Addison again.
And no one wants that. All things
I like
considered,
you.
it was an easy ask.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
And we are loading now.
We are loading, dreamers.
Okay, I have a question to ask you guys just because I quickly glanced at Twitter. Do you guys have an inner thought monologue, like an inner voice monologue when you're just thinking about stuff? Or is it silence?
Oh, I externalize it, but yes.
Yeah, it's a monologue.
It's a monologue for me too. But there are people out there that don't monologue in their heads. So anyway, there's just a new revelation going out on Twitter right now.
Their crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
Hey, Lexi.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
Hey, Gil.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey.
I like how it had his name out before we knew who he
call
was,
this
and I
the
was just like,
research
how
room.
do we? Oh,
There's
never
space
mind.
for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer.
Cool.
Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours.
It's like a bar.
She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Okay.
And then, like, I mean, the whole inner monologue versus not inner monologue thing makes sense because there is aphantasia, which is where you don't have a mind's eye.
Oh.
So, I mean, like, to have the same thing for, like, you know, for voices in your head, the same thing makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I want to show you one more thing before we call it good.
Okay.
So one thing that I kind of like about the Tempest versus the Normandy, the Tempest is one big area because the ship is a lot smaller, so you don't have to deal with Mass Effect style long elevator waits. And this is your quarters.
Down there too.
Oh.
Like, when you're in space, this is really fun to look out.
Fun.
Yeah. So that's Mass Effect Andromeda. Woo! So,
Cool.
what do you guys think so far?
It's really cool.
So far, it's cool. I'm enjoying it as an outsider who's wanted to get into Mass Effect for a while.
Yep.
Hi, I'm real close to the mic. I'll back up. As someone who wanted to get into Mass Effect for a while, yeah, it seems like a lot of fun. I really like. I like all the cool textures they got. Everything seems slick and cool, even though it's supposed to be like, gosh, we're running low on supplies, but gosh dang it, we could keep our floor polished. But it does seem fun.
But yeah.
And I've heard of the glitches before, and you can kind of see some glitches in this one.
Yeah.
And I can understand how that can be, like, that can take you out of the immersion.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that, but it seems enjoyable so far.
Yep. Again, I love this game. I love the crew. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see you guys next time.
Next time!
Bye!